Peace and welcome to another episode of Monday Musings with me, your girl Nicole, Sister Midwife, where I share what's on my mind about finding joy while building a black business and raising my free black girl in this crazy world. So, as y'all already know, last week was Black Maternal Health Week. Every year, April 11th to April 17th, that is Black Maternal Health Week. And Black Maternal Health Week does a lot. One of the things that it does do is raise awareness about issues surrounding Black maternal health and what can be done and what is already currently being done for Black maternal health. So over in my world, what happens a lot is we see increased emails, inquiries, questions, direct messages, people asking about doula training, when is the next training, how do I become a doula, what does it mean to be a doula, so on and so forth. So today, in this episode, I'm going to tell you 7 things you need to know before becoming a doula. Now, before I get into those 7 things, what I first want to talk about is a little bit of joy. So my life from Black Maternal Health Week started with last week. Y'all remember I was going to Broward County Healthy Start, and their conference was the day before Black Maternal Health Week started. The day of Black Maternal Health Week, starting on that Friday the 11th, my daughter had a debut performance in a play, in a beautiful production, like full-on costumes, scene changes, the whole shebang. So that was Friday, 2 productions on Saturday, a production on Sunday, and then it's Black Maternal Health Week. And so I'm trying to be tapped into all of the different things as much as possible, and things just kept going and going and going. And by the time I got to last Friday, I was like, okay, I am done. And one of the things that is important to me that I always want to, share with other people is that as we're building our black businesses, we have to take time out to find some joy. If we do not, we will stay overwhelmed and on that wheel, that rat race, that cycle of just going. And I don't know about you, but that's not why I entered into entrepreneurship. I entered into entrepreneurship so I can have a little more time, freedom, and joy in my life. So as you might notice, I'm missing a few green nails, right? So that was something that started off bringing me joy. I got this cat eye nail, this gel polished cat eye. It was so beautiful. I felt so just like sexy with it. And I had my nails done for the conference. Nails still were looking good. And then I got invited to a crawfish boil. Now, if you in New Orleans, you already know when you get invited to a crawfish boil, you showing up. Because what's nothing better than eating crawfish that somebody boiled at their house. Their grandpa boiled, their mama and daddy boiled, their brother, their uncle, their father-in-law boiled, somebody. It mostly be men. I do know some women who boil, but mostly it's men, right? Like it's a man thing. It's like the barbecue. I don't know why it's like that. Why is it like that, y'all? If you know something about why we only have men doing the crawfish boil in the pot, holler at me. Let me know. Say something in the comments. And if you know a woman who does boil crawfish, drop her name in the comments because she needs a shout out. Anyway, my friend invited me to a crawfish boil at her house, and so I went to find more joy, and I relaxed and I had a good time, and my daughter swam in the pool and she had a good time, and I had joy myself. I had joy watching her have joy, and my nails, they'll get redone tomorrow. In the meantime, we have to keep pushing through because that's why we're here for this Monday Musing, where I'm about to share with you 7 things you need to know before becoming a doula. Number 1, what is a doula versus a midwife? There are so many individuals out in community and even doulas who still cannot articulate the difference between a doula and a midwife. Some of the main things that you want to be able to say and know is that the doula is a non-medical professional, whereas a midwife is a medical provider. The doula provides emotional, physical, informational, and spiritual support. The midwife can supply all of those things, and she is also responsible for the clinical interpretation of labs and evaluating the mother and the baby for safe delivery, making sure that everything is moving well and that they're going to enter through this matrescence period without harm. That is the midwife's job, to be vigilant and to pay attention so that she can help usher this family through this process, through this rites of passage. And the doula is more like a hand holder, like a person who's holding the flashlight, helping her see the way, but you're bearing witness and watching her do the thing that she's doing. The midwife is going to do all of those things too, but she got more education. A doula educated in 24 hours, a midwife educated in 24, 36 months. A doula is going to get a training and then they are free to go and serve the community. A midwife is going to get didactic training as well as clinical hands-on training from a midwife preceptor. They have much more in-depth detail information. They are different. When you are out in the community working, you want to be able to articulate the difference between a midwife and a doula. Number 2, speaking of educating between a midwife and a doula, you have to be willing to educate. I've heard doulas complain. People still don't know. I find all I'm doing all the time is educating people, telling them what a doula is. Yep, that's going to be part of your job. We are still at the beginning of this thing. We are still helping people to know what doulas are and the benefits that they offer. So in addition to being able to articulate the difference between a midwife and a doula, you also want to be able to articulate the benefits of a doula, that there are fewer cesarean sections when a person has a doula, that they are more likely to have an outcome that they feel satisfied with, that there's better experiences with breastfeeding, fewer unnecessary interventions. Be able to say those things and be able to articulate them in a way that the people that you're working with understand what you're saying. Number 3, you want to know that burnout is real in this work. So you want to go into the work already thinking about, paying attention to how you are spacing out clients, how you're going to replenish yourself, how you're going to create community so that you can avoid burnout, how you're going to tap into things that reignite you and keep you healthy and helpful in order to do this work. If you are already in a world where in your general life, you ripping and running and you're all over the place and things are not coming together like you need them to come together, it might not be the best time for you to become a doula. You still breastfeeding a 3-month-old. It might not be the best time for you to think you about to run out in these streets saving the world around Black Maternal Health. There is time, sis. We still here and we're going to keep having babies. So it's okay. Take the time that you need to take care of your home space to make sure that you are ready, because that is also a way to help prevent burnout, to go into the work already with a full cup. Some of y'all going into the work already with a half a cup. You got to go in with a full cup that is overflowing. You want to be able to give from your overflow, not from your cup. So make sure that if you are entering the work, you are ready to handle the thing. Speaking of this support team, I think I mentioned that's number 4. You want to have a support team. You got to have a support team inside of your family. If you have small children, you got to have a support team. Somebody who's going to pick the children up on a minute's notice. Somebody who can come to your house and spend the night on a minute's notice. If you don't have somebody that lives with you, if you're not married, if you're not in a partnership, and you don't have somebody in the house, and even if you do have somebody in the house, your partner has to go to work too. Your partner might have things to do, so your partner might not always be available. Your husband might not be available to pick up the children and say. So you want to have extra people on your team who can help in this work. And if you have a partner, you got to have your partner on board, understanding that when you get that call in the middle of the night or the middle of the day, you got to go. And when you got to go, it's what it is. So you have to have a support team. You also have to have people that you can debrief with. And that's not necessarily your partner. That could be a business partner. That could be another doula, somebody who understands the work, somebody whose ear you can tug and they can listen to you as you move through processing a good birth, a difficult birth, a confusing experience. You want to have a safe space to be able to talk about what is happening in your practice. So you really need your support team to help you in your personal day-to-day life and to make sure that things keep moving forward. And you need a support team professionally to help you process through births and really just think about something that may have happened that may have been difficult, or to help recommend different things. You can feed off of each other, learn from each other. That's really, really important to do. Number 5, you can get triggered, sis. You can be triggered in this work, especially if you are doing this work as a result of your own personal birth trauma. So you want to make sure that you are already on your healing journey. Do not get into this work to heal your own wounds. Get into this work to prevent others from having them. It doesn't mean that you have to be 1000% healed from anything, but you want to understand that as you are moving through your process, as you are supporting other families, if you enter this work with a big gaping wound, you will get triggered, and you have an increased likelihood of bringing your trauma, your baggage, your issues into this family's birth, and that is a no. It is not okay to do that. So make sure that you are clear that triggers can happen. Make sure that you have ways that you are processing anytime you may be triggered. Make sure that you have resources and outlets where you can talk about being triggered, talk about your birth trauma, so that you can work through it, but not alongside a client that you have, not using her birth to heal you. Okay, so just know that. Number 6, while yes, there are jobs available now different from when I first started training doulas in 2013. Now you can actually look up and you might be able to find yourself a job. That said, those jobs are few and far between. They're not in every state. And even in the state, they are few and far between. Being a doula, becoming a doula, is still an entrepreneurial effort. Get ready for it. It means you have to understand marketing. It means that you have to understand your target market and where you want to move with your business. It means that you have to understand your why, your how, your what. You got to be connected to entrepreneurial ideals and understandings. You have to understand how to build relationships, because if not, you will not be able to be successful in this thing. It is largely an entrepreneurial venture. It is still an entrepreneurial venture. Be ready for that. Get connected to the resources in your community. If this is something new for you, entrepreneurship, and you are just leading from a place of love in your heart for the work, understand that you will have to tap in to some new skills to have a successful doula business. And then lastly, number 7, and I will say the most important, that thing that you need to know before becoming a doula is that you are already that thing that you seek to become. I say this in the first day of my training. Yes, I love providing information to women who want to become doulas and serve in their communities. I love the doula training that I have created, and I love seeing the different trainings popping up and people being able to learn all sorts of different skills and connect and group and connect and fellowship, finding their tribe. All of that feels really, really good to me. That said, if you want to do this work, if you believe in the power of your womb to help the power of another woman's womb, if you believe in the power of birth, the portal that we come through, if you understand the value of who we are when we give birth, and you are choosing to walk alongside women during that journey, and that is in your heart, it's been laid on your heart, you are already a doula. You are that thing. You take a training not to become a doula, but you take the training to give you a few tools, a few little nuggets that you can put in your doula bag. But move confidently knowing that you can support a woman in labor. You are not a medical provider. You're not prescribing. You're not diagnosing. You are bearing witness. You are supporting her physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You are there walking beside her, and you can do that thing today if that is truly your mission and passion. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. There is still no national certification requirement across the board. Okay, there is none. Do not fall for it. There are different people and organizations trying to say that they are the national thing. There are no national regulations around how to train and how to become a doula. So yes, I would love for you to take my training. We are currently not enrolling anybody in the training, but by the end of this year, we will have a decision about whether we're going to offer one maybe late November, or we're going to wait until the new year, new spring to have our next doula training. That said, find a training that resonates with you. Find a training that resonates with you. If you can't wait for me till next year, I understand. Find a training that resonates with you. Do not feel like you have to get certified through this or certified through that. There is no national certified such and such and such and such. No matter where you're seeing it, people are making these things up. Do not feel like you have to hold to that. Do what feels good to you. And also know that your one training won't be your only training. There will be other trainings. So start off with where it feels good, where it's going to feed your soul, where you're going to get what you need to really serve your people. And then build from there. All right, y'all. That's all I got. As always, take what you like and leave the rest. If this episode or something that I said resonated with you, share it with a friend. Be sure to like and subscribe. Keep showing up. Keep filling your cup. And don't forget to tell the world that birth is the revolution. Peace.